Alrighty, welcome to another Vintage Cube team draft. We got a 3-on-3. It is myself, Sandy Dog, and Team J-Bro. Ooh, team beatdown, let's go. Battle against Tom Stock, Barnyard, and Gainsay. So, I am not in love with this pack. That's all good. Oh, I need to cut this sandstone needle. This card has been underperforming. In any case, what am I going to take? I'll probably just take Skull Clamp. I'm not that high on Grief, honestly. Unless you literally have Reanimate or Animate Dead and can combo it, it's mostly just a 4-mana discard card. It's just not amazing. Skull Clamp's colorless. Obviously, it has some, requirements to be good. But I'll probably get, Haywire Might back. And I'm not really passing anything good, so I think that's a pretty easy Skull Clamp. Ooh, a Johnny Nakado Pariah with Skull Clamp? This makes a 2-1. You clamp it. You flip a Johnny. That's pretty sick. There's also Windswept Heath, though. And I should probably take Windswept Heath. Fetch lands are just so good. Because look, how much better is a Johnny than Cobra, Caustic Bronco, Fairy Mastermind? With Skull Clamp specifically, it's better than all those. But Windswept Heath is just an amazing card. And I'll get one of those cards back. It probably won't be a Johnny. But what are going to get taken? Leovold, Lotus Cobra, a Johnny, Bronco. And then maybe Harvester. I'll get something back here. Happy enough just to take Windswept Heath and, Flage, Titan of Fire's Fury. So this is the Uro, except it's just Lightning Helix instead of gain 3 draw card, but I love a Maw Lock. Emberwild Captain's also really good, but I'm thinking I'll just take Maw Lock here. I'm a pretty big fan, and I have a green-white fetch. I think that's decent, passing Tom Stock and Emberwild. All right. That's a close one, but I think that I like the Maw Lock there. Oh, I do like a Generous Plunder. I also like Balance a lot. It's not the best Skull Clamp card, but I could potentially do something like take Balance, try to wheel... Oh, I'm not going to wheel Lotus Petal, because Skull Clamp could go into Artifacts nicely, and Balance is really good there. I think Generous Plunder is just not a strong enough card. Plus, Balance is probably so good against my teammates here. Let's just take the Balance, and now I might just take Talisman of Creativity to make this balance better. I'll splash Maw Lock as one of my few creatures, and then maybe go for Token Makers to make Skull Clamp good. It's also Spell Pierce. Spell Pierce is a good card. Badlands I'm not really big into here. Witness, if I wheel it, I'd take it, but I think it's too early to take Eternal Witness. Let's take Talisman. This looks like a strong Talisman start. Oh, 6-pick Kappa Cannoneer? You don't need to tell me twice. Artifacts is open. I'm going to take the Kappa Cannoneer. I think it's a great card, and I just took an Artifact and a Balance, which is kind of like an Artifact card. Blade Splicer would have been nice, but pretty easy Cannoneer for me here. Let's see. Teferi, Seacrum Crows, Blade Splicer, maybe Mana Tithe, Long Goodbye. Yeah, I'm probably not going to get anything that I really care about back. Okay, Coveted Jewel, Baleful Strix, Surginder, and Haywire Might all came back. I'm kind of thinking I just take Haywire Might to go with Skull Clamp, to go with Kappa Cannoneer. But we're pretty far away from casting Baleful Strix, and Surginder is also pretty good, but I think Haywire Might's going to be better here. Lotus Cobra came back, so did Manifold Key. Lotus Cobra is nice with Fetch and Skull Clamp. Manifold Key might actually even come back here, because I think Mastermind, Creeping Tar Pit, Aegis, Courtyard, Oddity are all pretty high picks. All right, let's just take the Cobra. Flage is still here, which is also a kind of a nice card with Balance, but I think I just want Urza's Bauble to go with Cannoneer. And pass up Usher, Shieldbreaker, Scale Lord. I think that's fine. And Akalpakal came back. I do like that over Endurance. And then here, I didn't expect much out of this pack. Eternal Witness didn't come back. I could take Torsten. Torsten, in case I get Flash, is nice. I don't think I'm playing any of the other cards. And I'm basically blue, green, white. Maybe play this Maw Lock off of a splash here. Oh, Seacrum Coast came back. That I will take over Mana Tithe, Ramanop, Long Goodbye. And then Iteration. Yeah, Iteration definitely has a chance of getting played. Qasali Pride Mage is also not crazy because it's pretty good with Skull Clamp. Oh, Manifold T didn't come back. I'll take Oddity. There have been some green cards that are open for sure, but we'll let Pack 2 kind of show me the way here. I mean, I ended up with 4 cheap Artifacts with a Akalpakal and Cannoneer, and I think Artifacts is open. It's a 6-player draft, which does make Synergy decks a little bit less reliable, but I think that being the only Artifacts player still could work out nicely. All right, that is all the cards I get here. And I mean, for opening a kind of weak pack, that was still totally fine. Ooh, Mishra's Workshop? Love it with Cannoneer. I think that Grim Monolith is good too, but I think Workshop is so much better, like so much more important for the deck that I think I'm supposed to just take the Monolith here, or the Workshop here. It's close. Night Scythe maybe comes back, probably doesn't. There's Birds, Night Scythe, Loran. Prismatic Vista is going to go, maybe Lelia. Yeah, I mean, Grim Monolith might come back. Workshop also might come back if I take Grim Monolith first. Yeah, this pack's pretty good. Honestly, I think I am actually supposed to take Grim Monolith here. Sad but true. And then here, I think I just take Currency Converter. That card's great with Balance, Kappa Cannoneer. It's actually even fine with Skull Clamp. You make some 3/1s. I think that part is totally fine. Passing up on Wasteland and Vaultborn Tyrant. I only have one good card to Workshop out, and I think Workshop might come back, whereas Grim Monolith is also good with Kappa Cannoneer, but it's fine with like Moloch, Pakal. It's good with Balance just as a card to have in play. Here's a Lutri, but Urza Saga to go get Skull Clamp. You know, if Nadu wheels, Nadu Skull Clamp, 1 mana, just trigger it over and over again. I think with Lutri and Metamorph and maybe Skydiver, yeah, Nadu might come back, but I'm going to take Urza Saga. Saga in a Skull Clamp artifact deck is too good. 4th pick Tolarian Academy. I knew it was open. We are doing it. All right, this makes me pretty optimistic. Workshop will wheel. Maybe I get a Soul Guide Lantern back. I'm not even gonna think I'll get Walking Ballista back. I'm not that greedy, but we are in. We are in. Rewarded. Beak Owls claims I draft like I have Tolarian Academy, but you know what? It works really nicely when I get the Tolarian Academy. All right, I'm gonna take Relic of Progenitus here. I just want cheap artifacts now. I don't even know if I want this Cobra. We'll see. There's also Brazen Borrower, Duelist of the Mind, Wrath of God. These are all fine cards, but I should just take my artifacts. I don't think I want Spell Seeker. It getting Balance is not even that strong. I might take the Talon Gates. It's a colorless land unless you pay mana, but then it's any color land, and this deck's playing a lot of colors, and getting to phase something out and then cast Balance is pretty sick, actually. Yeah, no, that actually looked good. I've liked Talon Gates. People were hating on it last time. Someone took my Workshop? That's fine. Night Scythe is just incredible here. Honestly, even if I saw Workshop in this pack, it might be that Night Scythe was the pick. I'm going to take the Moloch and Cobra out for a second here. I don't know whether I'm going to play them or not, but we'll see. Golos now. Golos does make me wish I had Workshop, but this is still a really good Golos deck. Getting Saga, you can get Talon Gates to remove a blocker, or getting Academy. I bet Tom Stock hated the Workshop more than someone taking it because they're going to play it. I don't think anyone else wants to play it, but probably thought passing me a 4th pick Academy, 7th pick Workshop was not a good idea. It is not a good idea. Okay, Kratos back, so Skydiver, so is Metamorph. I do like Metamorph with Night Scythe and Kappa Cannoneer. I hate passing Skydiver because it's so good against me. Cradle is also great if I get Retrofitter, but I don't know that I can count on that. I think I should just take the Metamorph here. I do wish I took Workshop over Grim Monolith now, but given where I was at the time, I think it made some sense. And here, if I end up playing white, Staff of the Storyteller with Skull Clamp is fantastic. It's a cheap artifact too. Yeah, we're in. I could just take World Spine Worm here. Oh, Nadu didn't wheel, funny. Not that I thought it necessarily would. Duelist of the Mind is not looking amazing. Let's take World Spine in case we just get a flash in pack 3. Here, I'll take a red-black Talisman. I'm fine playing a bunch of Talismans, even though black is not exactly a color I'm supporting right now. And here, I guess I'll take Breach. I've got Breach, Worm. Do I want Seething Song? No, but Jace could be good. Red Flame is not going to be. I have Breach, Torsten, and World Spine. Oop, let's not click too fast there. I've done that before. Here, there's a Chrome Mox. I don't think we're taking Brain Freeze. There's a Wooded Foothills, but I don't know how good that is for me either. Chrome Mox, the problem with Chrome Mox in these decks is I don't have that much to imprint on it, so it's just kind of a 0 mana thing. I'm kind of thinking that this Through the Breach with World Spine and Torsten could make sense. This deck could also definitely just cast Torsten. And if we're doing that, the Moloch's probably in. Let's just take Wooded Foothills to enable all that. I think that's good, and then maybe I pick up a dual land to go with it. Oh, Mox Diamond, on the other hand, that I will take. Mox Diamond, you frequently have lands to ditch, and it's just great. Maybe Xander's Lounge comes back, though I wouldn't really hold my breath on that. And, oh, there's the Simulacrum Synthesizer to go with my Night Scythe, Metamorph, well, and Golos and Cannoneer. I mean, there's Lion's Eye, and I passed Brain Freeze, but I don't think that matters too much. I think I will take the Synthesizer here. Looks pretty great. And then now there's Atroxa for Breach, and I could cast it. I do love a Tamiyo. Look, I love Fire Covenant. I'm not going to take it here. People say that I always talk about how good this card is and never take it. I think I take it at a pretty high rate. It's just a hard card to take because it's black and red. But I do respect the card. I'm going to take Atroxa here. Just pick 4. Maybe I get a sneak still. Oh, now there's Breach. Breach, LED, Brain Freeze, huh? I guess I'll just take the Breach now. Just so I don't pass all 3. Damn, that could have been nice. Thundering Falls would be nice here, but I think I'll survive without it. And I'm not taking Thopter Foundry or Psychic Frog. Spara's Headquarters actually would be great here too, but I think I'm supposed to take the Breach. And right now, we got plenty of playables. Our colors kind of work. I do need to get a duel. Let's see if I can get one of those. And I could use a couple more cheap artifacts. I feel like I'm a little high. I don't love 3 targets plus Breach, so I might take the World Spine out. I think that's the weakest one, because Torsten put 7 blockers into play. Atroxa gains 7 and draws 10. Well, draws like 6 out of your top 10. Oh, Tinker and Wheel of Fortune and Coalition Relic. What am I tinkering for, though? I can tinker for Kappa Cannoneer or Golos. I mean, that is not crazy. There's also Wheel, which would be good with like Currency Converter. And just as good with fast mana. I don't think I want Oath of Druids. I don't think I want Name Sticker. Don't really want... I would definitely play Coalition Relic. I'll just take the Tinker. I think Tinker is fine. Oh, Brain Freeze came back? Okay. I'll take the Brain Freeze. Is LED going to come back too? I guess probably not. But now I'll take Xander's Lounge. That turns Wooded Foothills on at least. And then here, pretty clear Pirate Spellbomb. I mean, with a Mox Diamond in my deck, I can still definitely Brain Freeze people out. Covenant and Jace came back. Stomping Ground, Windswept Teeth turns into red-green. But Jace is pretty excellent here. I don't think I can swing the mana on the Covenant. And, wow, Thundering Falls came back? Okay, I'm pretty happy about that too. I mean, it doesn't make me any new mana sources because I already had Xander's Lounge, but this deck really did turn out. I didn't think I would wheel Brain Freeze after taking Breach. And then I do want Coalition Relic for sure. Enlightened Tutor can get Underworld Breach, Coalition Relic, Simulacrum Synthesizer. Let's take the Tutor. I don't think I care about missing out on Leyline Binding here. Okay, this ended up in a kind of a weird deck. I've got a lot of different things to kind of manage here. I'm thinking I might cut the Golos. Maybe I cut the Mawlock. I don't know. I have to cut something. Oh, I mean, Great Furnace looks like a pretty good value add. Okay, let's go to deck building. This is a weird one. All right, this is currently quite a few more cards than I can play. What am I thinking here? Maybe, since I don't have a lot of card draw, maybe what I do is I just don't play Atroxa, Torsten through the Breach. And maybe I'll side those in if, like, for some reason the matchup seems good. Mawlock, I think, is kind of free because off one forest, I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green sources. 6 green sources with Coalition Relic. Yeah, that actually seems kind of reasonable. And this leaves me with Brain Freeze, Breach. I have Mox Diamond, so I don't have LED or Lotus Petal, so it's not going to be quite as good. But especially with Academy generating a lot of mana, I feel like I could actually get something done there. What lands do I want to play? This is like a really good question, you know. It's important to pick which lands you want to play. I'm kind of thinking... do I want these Mirage lands? No. I haven't done Portal lands in a bit. All right, yeah, we'll do some of those. All right, so... currently this is 15 lands, so I need to cut some more cards too. So this is, I don't know, those ones, you have these ones. It's so weird because I have like an unlocked account right now, but it's like not clear which lands I actually have. Like sometimes it just says I can't use them. Oh, I guess I'll use Tempest lands. I do like Tempest lands. All right, so 1, 2, 3, Does Windswept Heath get red? It doesn't. Windswept Heath is awful in this deck. It just gets white and green. I guess I just did not take any of the fixing for that. All right, well, that's fine. If we have one green, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 red, 9 red with Talisman. Oh, and Talisman of Indulgence. That's probably enough red. 1, 2, 3, 4 green plus Mox is 5 plus 6. And probably want like 2 planes because casting balance is pretty important. Oh, did I put in I don't want a foil one. Let's see. 1, 2. Wooded Foothills doesn't get white. Yeah. So it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 white. And then I don't need black. And then that leaves me room for probably like 4 islands. And that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 blue plus Mox and Talisman. All right. I mean, I just do want a lot of blue. So I need to cut a couple cards here. I mean, honestly, I could just cut the Windswept Heath, the Mawlock, and the Forest, and just put in another plains. And then Wooded Foothills still gets Xander's Lounge or Mountain, or Thundering Falls. Yeah, that's plenty. I have 2 white cards and 2 red cards, and I think I have, 3, 4, 5 white, plus my Mox is 6 white, plus Coalition with 7 white. And then for red, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 red. Okay. Yeah, I think that's actually fine. I don't really need to be playing this double splashed Mawlock, and it makes my mana quite a bit better. And then I can still play Haywire Might, right? Because a Haywire Might procs off of, oh, actually, maybe I can cut Haywire Might then too. And then I can get one more planes in there just because casting balance is really nice. And I think Skull Clamp is still fine, right? I mean, the Haywire Might was going pretty far on the Skull Clamp train. I could also play Enlightened Tutor. I mean, Skull Clamp with Staff of the Storyteller token or Currency Converter or Saga tokens, or just put it on a Call Pakal is still fine. It's on Night Scythe. You don't need that much when you're a 1-mana artifact in an Academy deck. Do I want Jace? Jace is a way to win with Brain Freeze, but I think that's like a sideboard thing more than anything else. No, I kind of like where this is at. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 expensive artifacts for Synthesizer. Yeah. Tinker to go get Kappa Cannoneer, Golos, sometimes Metamorph, sometimes Synthesizer. It's fine. Not the best of any of these things, but you know what? That's where we're at. And I think I like how this is looking. The other alternative would be to take out Skull Clamp and put in Breach, Atroxa, Torsten. How castable is Atroxa in this deck? I guess black, I have Talisman, Coalition Relic, Talon Gates, Xander's Lounge. So I have 4 plus Mox, 5 black sources, plus, oh yeah, Converter gives me treasures too. And then in terms of white, I have plenty, and blue I have plenty. So green, that would only leave me, yeah, green would just leave me with Talon Gates and Coalition Relic. I mean, I guess if I were to put in those, I would probably just want to put in a forest. Though maybe I can afford this forest because I can take out plains, can put in Windswept Heath, and then I can put this Haywire Might back in because it makes Skull Clamp a lot better. And then maybe I go to 16 lands. I could take out an island. I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I have plenty of blue sources. Maybe I just do that because I have a bunch of mana dorks. I could also cut Relic of Progenitus because I am an Underworld Breach deck, and it's kind of bad to have to crack the Relic for that, but I really like cheap artifacts. Yeah. All right, I think I'm actually going to do this. I'm going to put the Haywire Might back in. I'm still just looking at this through the breach with Atroxa, Torsten. I just don't have that much card draw is my main issue. Tinkering for Kappa Cannoneer, I think, is still pretty good. All right, I think this is how I'm going to run it, but I have an interesting sideboard. All right, J-Bro's got a really nice Sultai deck. He likes drafting these decks too, with Mana Leak, him, Inquisition, Tamiyo, Leovold, Nadu, Uro. Yeah, some cool stuff going on here. Very solid. And you're not going to believe it, but Sandy is red-white, but he does a nice deck. Bolt, two bolts. Simian Spirit Guide, Flage, Chandra and Scarlet, Othari, Forthy or Lingus is nice. Pretty solid deck as well. And you know what? I did change one thing. I decided I'm going to play Mawloc over Relic of Progenitus. I think having another piece of action is good. Now that I'm playing the green, I actually feel like the mana works. And yeah, let's get in there. Let's see how this does. All right. I'm on the play game 1 against Tom Stock. And all right. I will keep this hand. This is a probably just turn 2 staff, turn 3 Grim Monolith plus activate staff. And then we'll see about this Academy once I get a little bit deeper. What are we playing against here? That's a good question. What did I pass Tom? Kind of a mix of stuff. I guess I wouldn't be surprised if Tom Stock's playing blue, given there's not that many blue drafters around. But I am not entirely sure. I do still think it's wild that Brain Freeze wheeled. Someone should have taken it. I took the Underworld Breach because I'm like, well, I don't want to pass Brain Freeze, Breach, and LED. And someone took the LED, but then no one took the Brain Freeze. So I guess it kind of worked out. I really hope I don't draw a Mawloc here. Oh, no. Don't like this. Don't like this at all. Chrome Mox. Imprint Spell Pierce. Okay. Into Fanatic of Ronus. Fair enough. Balance looking pretty good here. Oh, Jace also. I guess I still play Staff because I can play Grim Monolith plus Jace next turn if I really want to. I can go cast Grim Monolith off the 2 lands, play Academy, it taps for 2, and then Jace bounce. We'll see. Bant, huh? Okay. Hope my Staff of the Storyteller does not get blown up here. I mean, I don't even know what I really want to see here. I guess Huatley is not so bad. Hit a Plains and attack for 1. All right. Land. Windswept Heath. So I could Jace this turn. What am I doing with Jace? I guess I would like plus it. But I also have to tap the Grim Monolith. I think I'm just going to Staff and draw Talon Gates. Okay. That's not so bad. And then it's actually tricky. I think I play the Island and play Grim. The reason I don't want to play the... I'll hit for 1. Why not? The reason I don't want to play the Tolarian Academy is I don't want Tom to know... Like, my 2 artifacts are kind of inert right now. They don't do anything. I don't really want him to know that blowing up an artifact would be good. And maybe he plays a Strip Mine this turn is like a smaller part of that. Also, it plays around a Wasteland. The downside is if I had played Academy, next turn I could play Jace and Windswept Heath with Academy in play. And now I kind of have to choose. But I think it's pretty likely next turn that I play Academy and then leave up the mana to put in Talon Gates and phase something out. Which is kind of a nice little play. I think Talon Gates is great. It's like, it's a land that enters untapped and taps for colorless or 1 tap of any color, which is not that bad of a land. Shimmering Grotto, I mean, it's not Vintage Cube playable, but Shimmering Grotto is not like wildly unplayable land. It's way better than a land that just taps for colorless. Like, this is a red source now. And then getting to phase something out offers a lot of play, and you get to do it just at instant speed. Okay. Okay, we're not flipping Huatley. Not this turn. I really would like to find balance. Oh, not using the map token, so keeping up a counter. Okay, let's go Pyrite Spellbomb. It's free. Academy. Jace. Really hope this doesn't get countered, but Mana Leak doesn't work. I mean, remand and stuff is decent. Let's just draw 3 here. Okay. Let's see what to do. I think I put Seachrome Coast back and then Tinker on top. Pass the turn. The dog's grunting over here. Good dog. And if Tom goes for an attack, I get to put in Talon Gates. If Tom can kill my spirit token, it's not going to work well. Map that. Yeah, all right. Fairy Mastermind is the reveal, sure. My plan was to beginning of combat hit the Sentinel with phasing here. Shifting Woodland, all right, that's fine. I just don't want Tom to know on main phase that I'm going to be able to remove something, and it stops the Sentinel from making a map token this turn, which is kind of nice. I was hoping that Tom would target the Sentinel with it, but that obviously seems a bit rough. All right, let's put Talon Gates into play. I could also crack Pirate Spellbomb, but I don't think I'm going to do that. Sentinel phases out. And if Whatley wants to flip post-combat, that I don't care about. Next turn, I'm going to get to Tinker for Kappa Cannoneer, which is not, like, incredible, but I think is reasonable. What I might do is Jace first. I mean, I guess maybe I'm assuming Jace lives. We don't know if that's the case or not. Looks like it's going to. All right. So if Jace lives this turn, on my turn I get to go draw my top card, Seachrome Coast now. I guess I could just crack Heath. Maybe I just do that first, because I can get to shuffle again after Tinker. And here, Forest or Plains? I actually think it's Forest. Attempt to Brainstorm. Breach Talisman. Oh, the Great Furnace is like a little bit of a punish for playing the Heath, but I got to see a new card. Well, let's put Great Furnace back, and maybe I just put Talisman back. I don't care that much about it, because I'm going to Tinker here away the Grim Monolith. And I think I'd rather have Skull Clamp. I don't know. Hold on. Let's tap a blue to cast Skull Clamp. And then cast Tinker here. Attacking Grim Monolith. And I think I do just get the Kappa Cannoneer. Gets a counter. And then tap the green, tap the red. Iteration. See if we can hit anything good. If this is the time we get mana leaked, then so be it. So Jace is going to die, but the Kappa Cannoneer is going to eat something on the way, which I don't mind. No more lies. Yeah, sure. And I think I equipped Skull Clamp here. Don't really see a big reason not to. Pass the turn. All right. Yeah, we got no more lies, and it didn't really matter. I've got a Pirate Spellbomb. It's not doing too much for me. I guess, what do I eat here? I probably just eat the Whatley with the Kappa Cannoneer. I might crack the Pirate Spellbomb just because I don't have anything in hand right now, and the Academy mana is not really doing too much for me. I don't mind getting the No More Lies out of Tom's hand. I mean, yeah, I'm going to lose the Jace this turn, and, I don't have very many cards left, but that thing was eventually going to get me. Attack Jace, attack Jace. Oh, just those two. Okay, well, I definitely kill the Sentinel then. If my opponent's flipping Whatley this turn, I can't say I'm too worried about that. I do think I cracked Pirate Spellbomb. It doesn't look like I'm going to need the damage effect, and the extra mana off Academy, I still have 8 mana. That's still plenty. Okay. I mean, I like where I'm at. This all seems totally fine to me. And any artifact I draw is going to let Kappa Cannoneer attack for 7, which I think wins the race here. Well, it kind of depends. And if I draw through the breach or Underworld Breach, I can cast Breach, Brain Freeze, Brain Freeze. I mean, that should probably be enough. Like, I guess that casts Breach. Okay, this is going to be flipped Watley, I assume. I mean, it doesn't really make sense to make that play otherwise. All right. Yeah, I think I do sack the Pyrite ultimately. It is down 1 mana. I guess it doesn't really save me mana. The revealed Portable Hole. Probably don't want that, I wouldn't imagine. I guess I should just wait on Pyrite, because I can always just tap the Academy and sack it. So that lets me at least see what I draw first. You could keep Portable Hole to get rid of Skull Clamp, but that doesn't seem very good. Also, dumping Portable Hole in Graveyard gets the Shifting Woodland up to... Oh, almost a Delirium. Interesting. All right, draw. Thundering Falls. Yeah, let's Surveil. Talisman? I don't think I want that. Tap this for 4. Draw a card. Currency Converter. That I do want. All right, Currency Converter. And I guess I'll just convert some currency right now, right? Why not? I think I discard the Brain Freeze. No, I can't, because if I discard Brain Freeze and the Currency Converter gets Portable Hold, yeah, that's not going to be good for me. All right, discard. I will not use the ability because I think it's going to get hit by Portable Hole. I don't actually attack here. That's not how I'm going to win this game. I guess keeping Portable Hole on top worked out for Tom. I could have waited on the converter, but that seems pretty weak. I mean, clearly you hit that. You don't hit the Skull Clamp here. And now if I draw... I mean, balance would be amazing. Hopefully, I hope he doesn't have a dinosaur to go get. Okay. Block. I take 5. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I think Underworld Breach still does it now. Yeah, because I can cast Brain Freeze once, twice, thrice. And that means I play it, Brain Freeze myself for 6, and if I hit Mox Diamond, I get to do it again. Oh. Titania getting back nothing. Okay. Any action? Any action. So I actually want the Kappa Cannoneer to die this turn. So I think I don't play the Talisman. Well, I guess I can block the Dinosaur token because it's going to get double strike this turn. No. I'm going to keep this in hand so I can block Titania and have my Kappa Cannoneer die, because now I'm just looking for Underworld Breach. I'm not really looking to win the game that way. Does he have a dinosaur? Does he have the Vaultborn? No. Okay. I hope this isn't like a Swords to Plowshares. Oh, it's Crack Waterlogged Grove, draw a card, make a Titania. Wow. That was a good draw. At this point, Underworld Breach is great, but balance is also pretty much solves my problem. Oh yeah, please send the Titania. The thing is, if you don't send Titania, you're not really attacking for relevant damage. So, I think if I were Tom, I wouldn't attack here. Because next turn I block the double striking dinosaur and die. So, yeah, I think attacking here is actually quite bad. But we'll see. I mean, I don't know what's in Tom's hand and all that. Of course, that changes things. Okay, no plays. Let's draw. There we go. Underworld Breach. Let's hope this works, shall we? Talisman. Kappa Cannoneer gets big. I guess kind of a way to win is to breach and replay a bunch of artifacts. I mean, if you have a counterspell, you have a counterspell. That I can do nothing about. Oh no. Remand or something? Or Mana Leak? There's not that many hard counters for blue and 1. Remand, okay. Oh. Breach. Memory lapse. Wow. It drew into memory lapse, and then now I die? Okay. Trample and double strike. Block the dinosaur. Take 12. Yeah. I mean, I guess I might as well brain freeze for a bunch. Wow, I can't believe he had both. All right. He clearly drew the... Oh, man, he drew the memory lapse off the thing. Otherwise, you would just lapse first, 100%. Damn. Well, that's pretty unlucky, to be honest. But, yeah, so it goes. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at what we got. Well, sometimes our opponent's top deck, huh? Remand, miscalc, no more lies, memory lapse. That's a lot of counters. I don't like that. It does not make me want the Through the Breach combo. And a bunch of green and white stuff. All right, solid deck. I don't think I want Portable Hole, or sorry, Relic of Progenitus, or definitely don't want Lightened Tutor. No, I like Moloch. Yeah, I like where we're at here, and just hope my opponent doesn't top deck this time, I guess. I still don't get keeping the Portable Hole on top. That was a real head scratcher, but it actually worked out for my opponent, so. So it goes. All right, time for game 2. I would like to play first. Oh, I like this hand. This hand is really good. Turn 1 Converter. Turn 2. I could play Talisman, or I could use the Converter. I guess, given they both kind of cost 2 mana, maybe just using the Converter is good. The downside is I get pretty hosed. Yeah, I'm going to use the Converter. The downside is that I get pretty hosed by Portable Hole. Or maybe I should have just played Talisman into playing Jace. It's also a pretty reasonable play. Okay, Mana Vault. Okay, well, let's do this. If I draw a land, I'll put a land under it. Otherwise, I could put Talisman under it. I'm not really that into that. I think Metamorph's fine to convert. Draw, because now I can go land. I think Island's probably better than Mountain to play. Talisman. Spell Pierce? Sure. I'm glad I didn't go for the turn 3 Jace. And then now I can just play a Jace next turn. I can make a 2-2. Balance makes me like a little bit less inclined to make the 2-2. Because I don't care about attacking for 2. And it's not like I'm going to run out of opportunities to tap Converter. Because like if I thought I was using Converter next turn, that'd be one thing. But I kind of feel like I'm not. So let's see. I mean, it kind of depends what my opponent does here. I'm leaning towards not using the Converter this turn, though. I just don't think I need to do that. Oh, is this like a Sentinel or something? Using Mana Vault to play a creature is something I would be very much in favor of. It could be Huatli. Huatli's a little better, because that gets you a land drop, especially if you were going to miss a land anyway. And then I assume get Island. Play Island. And play another Dork? Oh, no, no plays. Oh, leaving up a counterspell. Sure. Let's draw. 100% has a counterspell there. Let's just play a mountain and pass the turn. I don't need to do anything here. Especially if Tom had a land to play, there's a decent chance they would have just played the land and not tapped the Mana Vault to play Huatli. But, oh, Mana Confluence. Can't have more lands if you have Mana Confluence in hand. Scavenging is, sure. Don't care too much about that. And then here, I guess I'm going to just use the Currency Converter. I could play Talon Gates. I think what I might do, I guess what I could do is tap this to make a 2-2, Talon Gates to phase it out, and then cast Balance. I guess I don't really want to discard any of these cards. And then Balance I would lose a land, And Tom would lose like a card in hand and those two creatures. All right. Let's just do that. I really don't care if that gets eaten by Scavenging Ooze or anything like that. And I guess if I end of turn put Talon Gates into play, it actually doesn't work out well for me because my thing comes back. So let's play Talon Gates. Phase out the Rogue token. Cast Balance. If I get Memory Lapsed here, that's fine, but this plays around... Oh, actually, I shouldn't have tapped the Talon Gates because that doesn't play around Remand. That was a mistake. I just kind of naturally tapped my colorless land. But also, if Balance gets remanded, not that worried. I have Currency Converter at the ready here. You know, I think I got a little blinded by this Talon Gates Rogue token play. I shouldn't have done that. The reason is, if this Balance gets remanded or memory lapsed, I guess I should have played around Remand, but if it gets memory lapsed specifically, then I have a Rogue token in play, which makes the balance a lot worse in the future. Is this no moralized? This can't be. Huh? Okay. Also days. Oh, endurance. We're going to go to one card in hand. That just... this is not a good sequence of plays. Because now I will keep those four. The reason this doesn't really work is because now it just fuels my currency converter. You just gave me... Basically, like, I understand if you don't think Titania or Endurance are going to do that much for you, pitching them to make me discard 2 cards. It's like casting a Force of Hymn to Turok. But with a currency converter in play, I don't think that's a very good play. Oh, we didn't untap the Mana Vault, so we've got a play to make. All right, I mean... like I said, I understand it. I just think it's not a good idea. What is this? Fracture Identity on the Currency Converter. Okay. Let's just make another 2/2, I guess. Wait, so you didn't untap Mana Vault hoping to draw a land? Yeah, the wonders never cease, I suppose. Let's go ahead and Jace, draw 3. Put back Talisman, Simulacrum Synthesizer, play Great Furnace. I mean, I think we're just going to kind of crush now. Because these rogues are actually do some pretty good damage. And... can use Currency Converter, but I don't think... Yeah, I think I would have wanted to untap Mana Vault just because, like, banking on drawing a 5th land is... something, but I guess I don't know. Shifting Woodland? Well, luckily that doesn't have haste because sorcery, creature, it doesn't, it's also not on. Oh wait, instant sorcery, creature. Yeah, there's only the 3 types. All right, let's do it. My next turn, if I can find a land, I can cast Simulacrum Synthesizer and Coalition Relic in the order I want, which is the Synthesizer first. And then if I do that, I get a Golem, which will be a 4/4. Pretty good. So this can become... I mean, I guess you could use Converter and get to Threshold or Delirium, but then it just taps you out to use currency, the Shifting Woodland, so that's not going to do too much. All right. I know my top card's a Talisman. Oh. Okay, well, how about I put Talisman... Maybe I just put Talisman Coalition Relic back. And I could go Staff and then sack the Staff to Tinker in a Kappa Cannoneer. Sure. That seems pretty reasonable to me. And sorcery, creature, ooze, creature, instant. Okay, so the Shifting Woodland can't block here. Yeah, there's not really a circumstance where that happens. All right. Sack Staff. I think I sacked the Staff over, or maybe I just sacked the Great Furnace there, actually. I don't know. And I mean, I think it's going to be almost impossible to lose this game, but I've thought that before. So Let's see what happens here. Can convert some currency. Yeah, you can't activate the woodland. You don't have 4 types. And currency converter is basically just milling your top card so you can use converter next turn. Well, balance was good this game. And portable hole goes under the converter. And then next turn, you can tap the converter, put the portable hole in the graveyard. That's the 4th type. Shifting woodland turns into just your graveyard. Yeah, so it can turn into an endurance or something. That doesn't really do much either. All right, we got game 2. Whew. Okay, going to game 3 here. Yeah, I mean, I like where I'm at. I don't think I'm going to make any changes. All right, what do we got here? Oh, we're snapping this off. Can I get an academy, please? I'm on the draw, and I have a bauble. So, and currency convert is very good in this matchup. Ooh, I could just play Thundering Falls. That's probably for the best. Any Tolarian Academies? I don't think I want Skull Clamp. I will play Bauble. And what am I doing next turn? I'm going to crack the Bauble, because if I find Academy or a Talisman or something, it's extremely good. Waterlogged Grove, Sign of Weakness. All right, what do you got in hand? Can I see something relevant? I guess I would rather my opponent have nothing relevant, but given that I'm going to see something, oh, am I going to get Fairy Masterminded? I guess I didn't really think about that. Okay, yeah, no, that was my bad. Okay, well, I get an opportunity to play something through No More Lies. I think Urza's Saga, Currency Converter, Pyrite Spellbomb seems like a great sequence to make. I should have bobbled on my turn because of exactly Fairy Mastermind. That's definitely the truth. So I did get to see a really good card, though. Like, that's a great card to know about. Technically, I don't think I don't know if they're supposed to know what I bobble. On Magic Online, it just tells you, and that is a sane way to do it, but it is kind of funny. So next turn, I'm not slamming Tinker into a No More Lies, of course, but Tom kind of has an incentive to cast something, because I'm just going to use Urza's Saga. Okay. I guess I'll play the Great Furnace, because that way if he plays an Endurance end of turn, I can block it. I think that's a decent tiebreaker. I don't get to Pyrite next turn if I do that, but cycle Miscalc. Yeah, that's a good one to cycle, given playing around No More Lies automatically plays around Miscalc. I mean, Urza's Saga against counterspell decks is just incredible. Okay, here comes Mox. I actually wouldn't even be surprised if No More Lies got imprinted, given how weak it is once I know about it. All right, but I guess not. Ooze and attack. All right. I might get Mox Diamond here. That's pretty nice with Currency Converter. It's like a Fanatic of Ronus. I'd be okay with that. Would Fanatic of Ronus be better than Scavenging Ooze, though? Doesn't seem like that's the case. But we'll see what this is. You kind of got to do something. Oh, Huatley? Sure. And then end of turn, I make a 4/4, which is actually just about to be a 6/6. It's actually about to be a 7/7. Urza's Saga is a messed up card. Token, draw, token. And what am I going to get? Mox Diamond or Haywire Mine? Yeah, I think pretty clearly Mox Diamond, because I have an island to discard. And that makes the Currency Converter on. And I could play Talisman, but that uses the treasure, so let's just attack with this and make a treasure. Take 7, you have 2 7/7s to worry about. All right. I guess that's the plan. Also, if I ever draw Tolarian Academy, the game just ends on the spot. I just get to cast 5 spells. I actually kind of literally 5. I get to play Talisman, Golos, Jace, Tinker, Moloch. Probably not all in the same turn, but right now Academy would be plus 7 mana. Okay, well. I will say, Saga against counterspell decks, great. Knowing your opponent has a face-up counterspell, also pretty great. I mean, this is like flipping Huatli to survive levels. Okay. Teferi, sure. Minus on the token, okay. No attacks. End of turn, what do I do? I think I throw, is it 12? Pyrite Spellbomb. The Fairy Mastermind. Because now I can Moloch. I don't want to play, so if I play this and get Spell Pierced, it's kind of a disaster. So let's just not do that. And I think I just need to make Moloch a 3/3. No, I'll just make it a 4/4. I'm not going to use Converter this turn anyway. Moloch the Huatli. And then attack Teferi. And this kills like a turn slower, but it leaves Tom with no permanence. Kills both creatures and the Teferi, so feels like that's pretty good. And the Moloch being a 4/4 is nice. It gets around like Sentinel and stuff like that. Sack Waterlog Grove, ooh, the sign of the sign of someone in trouble. Paradise Druid. You know, the good thing is though, he's got that no more lies up every turn. Xander's Lounge. Here. Throw you a bone. You can use no more lies if you want. Or not. Play Xander's Lounge. Attack. No real reason to do anything else. I mean, I guess you could go Endurance double block or something. Okay, chump the construct. Pass the turn. And I've got a currency converter to use. Discard this Golos or whatever. It's fine. Portable Hole. I guess that kills the construct. Okay. Land. 2 cards in hand. One's a No More Lies. Draw with the converter. Oh, let's discard Golos. Draw. Balance kind of the MVP in this matchup in some cases. Not going to be needed here, I don't think. And then let's play Staff of the Storyteller. Get a token. Pass the turn. And then end of turn, I can make a token. I can draw a card. I just don't really need to cast anything here. All right. Oof. That was a nice one. I was a lot of counter spells in that matchup and managed to get there thanks to Urza's Saga. All right, time for round 2. We're playing against Barnyard on Esper Mid. This hand looks pretty good. Turn 1, Xander's Lounge. Turn 2, Urza's Saga plus Talisman. That's a great start. And then turn 3, just make a token. Turn 4, make a token, just win. I mean, that's basically what I did last game. I didn't really do anything besides make Saga tokens. Okay. Plains is actually not the worst. I already had white thanks to the Talon Goat. All right, it's not that good. But I think that's fine. I could play Staff, but I think Saga has to be right here into Talisman. Next turn, I don't have the ability to play Staff and make a Saga token, but no. Okay, I thought I was getting Vindicated. This is pretty bad too, though, because it can bounce the Saga. And I'm going to get hit for 3 even. All right, this says slowed down. Ooh, yeah, I have a Metamorph, though. Metamorph on Vaultborn Tyrant's pretty nice. All right, so let's take a turn here. Can I just draw a Mox Diamond? That would be so sick. There we go. So that means I get to go Urza's Saga, Mox Diamond. I think I can discard Island here. and then play Staff of the Storyteller. I don't need to accelerate out of Talon Gates here. Oh, wow, that was such a good draw. That just makes my draw so much faster. I mean, if he's got a Reanimate here for that Vaultborn Tyrant, then, you know, it's going to be a little annoying, but not the end of the world. Oh, Grief. Yeah, sure. Grief is good. It's gonna get the Cannoneer, unless he's got an Animate coming soon. But if he had an Animate, I would imagine he would have cast it. So probably the Cannoneer. Because the Metamorph on Grief is also pretty decent. So I'm not sure what is going on here. I guess it's kind of close. Oh, it's Metamorph. Okay. Interesting. So on my turn, if I make a Saga token, I don't have quite enough mana to make a Cannoneer also. I could just draw Academy. Chase the Mind Sculptor is a good card, for sure. So if I make a Saga token, yeah, I'm pretty far short. I think I'd rather just have Cannoneer in play, though. So if I go Cannoneer, I just have to tap all these. All right. Oh. Force Pitching Time Warp. All right. That's good beats, I guess. Yeah. I'm actually... The Teferi into Grief into Force is actually kind of getting me here. I got hoodwinked. Yeah, now I'm actually in quite a bit of trouble. Vindicate on the Urza Saga too. Man, I'm just getting worked left and right. Okay. Well, Esper, when it's just, you know, firing on all cylinders is pretty good. All right. Let's see if I can find a balance. Balance would be truly excellent here. Oh, Underworld Breach. Yeah, that's not exactly what I want. Let's draw a card with Staff. Grim Monolith. And let's play Talon Gates. Phase out Duelist to the Mind. I think I'm going to play Jace. And I'm just going to brainstorm here. Look for some good stuff. Forest Iteration. Or maybe Breach. What do I want to save most? I can't save the Jace. Regardless. I mean, Golos is... I guess I'm just thinking if I get my hand discarded, I guess I'd rather have... Sure, I'd rather save Breach. And then I'm going to attack the Teferi for 1. Because the Duelist got phased out. Next turn... I can go Iteration, me, and then Jace, yeah. All right, I need Barnyard to not do anything too good this turn. Can we take 1 turn off? Anything? A little help here. I'm going to draw Underworld Breach, and then I think I'm going to cast Iteration. And I know I'm hitting a forest, so I can go then Grim Monolith into Golos. So that's going to be my plan. Okay. Hand. Exile Forest 3 land. Not ideal. Not ideal at all. Okay, here comes Golos. An attempted Golos, at least. All right, and then let's get Tolarian Academy. And now, I'm not dead here yet, assuming they don't play anything end of turn. And now I have a lot of mana. I actually could... Is this bouncing the Golos? Yeah, that makes sense. Probably chump the Duelist to this turn. I could activate Golos if it was in play, but even right now I have 4 artifacts, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 mana, which means I could cast Breach and start casting Iterations and look for something. Barnyard does have a lot of cards in hand, and Nathan's been doing excellent work. Has looted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times or something? Because he's targeted with Teferi twice, Force of Will once, Grief once, Vindicate once. Yeah. Like, this is why Barnyard's on 4 land and all spells, because he looted away 3 lands. Pretty sick. All right, well, clearly blocking here. So this way, Grief isn't lethal next turn, and in fact, both of them might not be, because he might not be able to draw this many cards next turn, probably. I mean, I could just draw Brain Freeze here. That would also be nice. Oh, is this like a reanimate on... Oh, Metamorph Grief? Yeah, that's a good play. It's better than Vaultborn Tyrant. There goes my breach. There's been a breach. Next turn... Oh man, I'm like one short of Golos Activate. All right, well, let's hope I draw something good. Balance? Oh, Night Scythe actually is very good. Let's go Night Scythe. I mean, I'm probably still dead here, but I'm not necessarily. Tap this for 6. I think I Golos first. Golos. Let's get Great Furnace. Play Thundering Falls. See if I can scry into something that does something. Found the Brain Freeze. I think I'm just going to graveyard that. And then I'm going to draw a card with the staff. Maybe another play? Oh, it actually is. Green, red. Wow. I top decked extremely well this turn. Moloch and Fight Your Grief. All right, I went from dead to like extremely not dead. And in fact, if Barnyard doesn't have an answer to Golos, it's actually going to be great. No. I did all that work. All right, Vaultborn Tyrant. Draw, die, come back. Yeah, I'm dead now. Damn, I did all that top ticking for nothing. Yeah, this was... I mean, Teferi was probably the actual card that beat me because it bounced Urza Saga and then bounced Golos and, like, you know, triggered Nathan twice, drew a bunch of cards. Like, that was incredible. Bouncing Saga on turn 3 is just unreal. But Nathan, Duelist of the Mind, was extremely critical here. Yeah, I'm just dead, right? I can double block... I mean, I guess if I double block Vaultborn Tyrant, I don't take any trample. All right. I mean, I'm not going to win, but I might as well block. Because I think once Underworld Breach is gone, it's just not going to do it. I mean, I guess I could have actually crewed Night Scythe and traded. That would have been even better, but... Oh, maybe this is even better because Balance is my out here. If I draw Balance, I can actually do something. Currency Converter is not going to do the trick. Okay. Good beats, good beats. Against Grief, I don't want, and Co., I don't want the Breach plan, but I do want Relic. Haywire Might answers Necromancy. That's about it. I don't know about that. I definitely like Metamorph. A Call. Moloch seems fine. I mean, I could take out Haywire Might and Skull Clamp, and then maybe... Now, against discard, I really don't like Enlightened Tutor either. I don't really want Regrowth against Dothy Voidwalker so much. I could play Jace. No, maybe I'll just leave the Skull Clamp in. Seems all right. All right. I would like to play first. That game, I think, on the play, I pretty easily win because I get to make a Saga token before he plays Teferi, which is a pretty big difference. But there's a lot of games I would win on the play and lose on the draw that, you know, that's not so particularly remarkable. It was just impressive because the Esper one spell per turn deck is usually going to have a little bit of trouble against, like, the artifact deck that's, like, playing multiple things a turn. But good 2-drop into good 3-drop into good 4-drop just kept him just far enough ahead, it felt like, because it felt like I was pretty close there, but did not quite make it. All right, well, I'm going to have to mulligan that hand. This hand, I mean, I guess I can't really mulligan it, but it's not very good. I'm going to put Brain Freeze on the bottom because I don't need that for quite some time. Let's play turn 1 Pyrite Spellbomb. I don't think I'm going to get duressed on turn 1 necessarily, and I don't think Skull Clamp would get taken if it was, but I think Pyrite's still what I want to take. Oh, okay. Well, Academy was clearly a good draw because now I'm not that far from casting Golos. In fact, I'm an Urza's Bauble away from just casting a Golos here. Red would also be decent. Let's just play this. The reason I'm not playing the Academy is, as always, I don't really want to give Barnyard the idea that they should be killing my artifacts. End of turn? What are we casting here? Malcolm would be a disaster for me. Oh, no. Oh, Lazov. Okay. Lazov no plays. Well, I like that. Now I can go Talisman, Golos, and I don't have another special land to get. I have the Talon Gates, but I don't think that's what I want. I think if I get... oh, no, never mind. I'm an idiot. I get Saga. I mean, I could have gotten Xander's Lounge to potentially activate Golos, but I feel like if Golos lives, I'm winning this game by so much anyway. Yeah, this is not gonna get the job done, my friend. Balance is kind of interesting, actually. Let's see. Iteration. And I could lose some lands. Let's put Talisman into hand. Because I'm kind of debating whether I just cast Balance here. It actually seems pretty great. So in that case, I'll put... I haven't played a land yet. Yeah, so I'll put Talisman into hand, exile the Windswept Heath, cast Talisman, and cast Balance, choosing Saga Academy, keeping the rest. Yeah, I think that was pretty good. Barnyard was going to discard 7 cards. That was not going to do the trick. All right. Well, there we go. Do I want to land here on the draw? I especially don't want to land. I don't want... yeah, I do not want regrowth against Lazov as well. All right. Let's battle. That hand worked out. I mulliganed and Barnyard had a pretty weak hand too. Let's see what we can get here. Any academies? I mean, Academy in the opening hand is a nice one. Could be a nice little 2-0. Ooh. Well, I like this hand too. Hopefully my Balance doesn't get discarded to like Grief or something, and I can go Seachrome Coast, Skull Clamp, Talisman, Balance. Cheap artifacts. Oh, that actually is not... oh, can't play the Talisman on turn 1. It's not that bad. Night Scythe makes this Kappa Cannoneer get a lot more intriguing. Okay, there's no Lazov coming, no Nathan. Don't mind it. Oh, Tinker is not terrible. Really not the best Tinker deck, but, you know, what can you do? I mean, Tinker for Golos to get Academy is pretty good. Let's see what the opposition does here. Wasteland, Lotus Petal. Okay, that's some things. Oh, the One Ring. Okay. Well, I'm not going to get Academy into play while there's a Wasteland on that side of the board. One Ring is good. One Ring is good. There's my Golos. Let's see. I guess I unfortunately do have to cast Night Scythe, play the Talon Gates. Hold on. I'll hold on control and then crew in response. Okay. I figure I might as well phase my thing out, and then I'm going to equip the Skull Clamp on that just to get my cards. I just was going to miss a land drop next turn, so it felt like I had to do that. Okay. Prismatic Vista here. I mean, it's going to be a close game. One Ring's a very strong card. Balance can potentially help with that, but I feel like I'm going to get... yeah, I'm getting Thought Seized or something here. I mean, the Kappa Cannoneer would be a good play if it doesn't get taken, Tinker hopefully scares them, but I don't have anything good to tinker for. I mean, my best thing to tinker for now that I've drawn Golos and Kappa is like Simulacrum Synthesizer, which is pretty weak. I mean, do I really have anything else that's big? Metamorph could be. Yeah, not a whole lot else. I didn't know about the One Ring. Haywire Might not being in my deck is a little annoying here. Next turn, I'm going to Golos if I don't get Wastelanded. Yeah, Kappa on... Wow, Wastelanding kind of aggressively. I have Academy in my deck. Here... Equip Skull Clamp. Attack for 3. And I'm just going to tinker it away and draw 2 cards. Tinker the Necron. Skullclamp and Tinker doing some work here. I don't really care if I get countered at this point. If it happens, it happens. Unfortunately, I can't Golos Academy unless I draw an untapped land. Or I could also just draw the Academy. So I guess I've tinkered away a couple of my artifacts. Oh, okay, great. Okay. 2 land is not ideal. Force pitching, Time Warp. Entomb for Vaultborn Tyrant. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Next turn, I'm planning on going Urza's Saga into Golos. Necromancy the Vaultborn. Well, that makes Metamorph good at least. Unfortunately, gains my opponent a bunch of life. Oh, they chose to do it that way. That's kind of interesting. Like, it's worse against balance for sure. But I can't balance yet. It doesn't do anything. So let's go Golos into Academy here. And hope for... I don't think I'm going to win this game. One Ring is very good. Vindicate my Academy. Yeah. I mean, I guess I can take 6 and attack back for 4 with Skull Clamp. I mean, the Urza Saga tokens are good. I don't know. We'll have to see. It's like a Dothy Voidwalker to me, maybe. Or him or something. I don't know. Bounce the Urza Saga? No, bounce the Golos. Interesting. Into Dothy Voidwalker? It's walking a bit into balance, I would say. All right. And draw. Let's go Talisman. Coalition Relic. Let's see, that Academy then taps. Well, hold on. What do I want to do here? I do want to balance this turn. And I think before... I don't... Maybe I play a land first or later. I don't know. Right now, Academy taps for 3. So if I play Coalition Relic, Academy taps for 4, 5. I could Coalition Relic and make a Saga token. Or I can tap Academy for 3, play Relic. Yeah, I can do both. And then I don't play Golos this turn. Yeah, that seems fine. And I think I would rather not lose a land here. Let's go balance now. We're even on lands. Barnyard is going to discard a card. And I kill the Voidwalker and the Vaultborn Tyrant. Okay, and then I think I play the Thundering Falls here. Okay, well I did get to get the balance off, which is kind of nice. I think I put Brain Freeze on top. Yeah. It's close. One of the ways I think I'm going to win this game is probably Breach. So I'm really glad I got that Dothy kind of spotted for free. And also Brain Freeze is getting pretty close to just being lethal. So I actually kind of like my position a little more now. Because I'm threatening to make a Saga token end of turn. That's going to be a lethal hit if it gets in. I'm going to draw Brain Freeze. I'm going to go get a thing. Teferi's a little annoying because one of the ways I could pretty easily win is like let Barnyard play 2 spells or 3 spells and then cast Brain Freeze. But thanks to the Academy and the Golos and stuff like that, I'm pretty far ahead on mana. Like, Barnyard's has 9 cards in hand. Can't really use all those cards. So, I by no means think it's a done deal, but this last turn was good for me. I think Barnyard did 2 things that I wouldn't have done were I them, because the way you kind of want to think about it is like, and they pitch Time Warp, right? Yes. Once you're super far ahead, you have to figure out how am I going to lose. And I think just play Necromancy and keep not double Necromancying is better than double Necromancying, because then the balance wipes the Tyrant. And then Dothic Voidwalker is really, really important. So I don't know. I mean, they knew I had balance in hand because they saw it with Thoughtseize. So, okay. End of turn Vindicate. The Urza Saga, sure. That's fine. Can I Golos and activate here? And this, you play them this turn. That gets around to Fairy. I mean, let's attack Nathan or attack Barnyard. Actually, I guess I should have just Golos first. Oh. I'm getting Fatal Pushed here. Oh, reanimating. Okay. Going to 2, then going to 5. Yeah, that actually... Okay, 1 spell played. Okay, that... I wonder if that's going to make it so I can't Golos, actually. I could have clamped, too. Let's see. 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3. Oh, I have enough to do to Golos and activate. I think, and I hope I don't hit. I don't have mana left over though, because I have white, red, black, white, red, blue, green. Yeah. What's my other alternative? I could play Golos and Brain Freeze for 6, but that doesn't seem like it's that good. So let's. I guess. No, I have to play the Golos off the Academy, I think. Yeah. Golos. I guess I'll get Great Furnace. And then I think it's better to activate than do nothing, so that's what I'm going to do. Green 1, Golos. Any Metamorphs? No, Jace is great though. Jace, because I can bounce the Vaultborn Tyrant. And bounce Vaultborn Tyrant. And now this puts Barnyard in a pretty untenable position. They've got to deal with the fact that there's a 1 ring out and they're at 1 life with 4 counters. I have a Jace the Mind Sculptor, which they can easily kill with Duelist. They can't kill me with Duelist, I don't think. They don't even have enough cards left in deck to do that. And they have a Golos, and then also Brain Freeze is lethal, so they have to make me discard this turn. But it's probably not high on their list of things to do, given how many things in play that they have to deal with. Because they have to remove Golos, they have to remove Jace, they have to remove the 1 ring. So they have to remove 3 problematic permanents from the board. Jace, they get a freebie. They get to attack with Duelist, but that's still... I mean, pitch casting Grief, I guess, is definitely something they could do. Okay. Oh, I could lose this. Wait, what is there to get? A Kappa Cannoneer? And then they get to animate and put the Kappa Cannoneer into play. Attack. Oh, no, I lose. That was sick. I did not see that coming. Okay, I gotta give them props. That was a sick way to win. Wow. Because now they hit for enough damage, 2 cards left in deck. And I can't block. All right. Wow. Didn't think I was losing that. That was an awesome way to lose. I will give them credit. Wow. What a beating. All right, 1-1. Let's get to our last round. All right. Oof, what a rush. That was crazy. Okay. I'm going to play first against Gainsay, who's on white-red, and this hand is just the stone cold nuts. So let's let's go ahead and discard a plains and cast Grim Monolith here. And next turn I can play a Pakal and draw some cards. It's a little unfortunate that I'm going to have to, let's see, a Pakal. I guess I should just do it this way. Metamorph, copy Grim Monolith, play a Pakal, and then pass. But hopefully that finds something. Yep, Cannoneer. And then that is probably enough to like take this home. If you can't kill a Pakal, it's just over. All right. Ooh, look at that. Swap the monoliths. My turn, draw. 6. Let's just play Kappa Cannoneer for the full 6 here. Pass the turn. A Pakal. Night Scythe, there we go. Basically just finds me a new artifact every turn, so I'm kind of getting like a free artifact. And that is pretty good. Loran, oh, it doesn't even do anything. Kills like the Mox Diamond maybe, yeah. That's a good call because it stops my from having any other colors of mana, but it's not really gonna do the trick. Oh, let's go Night Scythe. These triggers again. Jace. Brainstorm. Let's put back Staff and Pyrite Spellbomb, then play Currency Converter. And then attack for 8 with the Cannoneer, pass the turn. A Pakal is going to trigger. I'm going to get, I mean, this is just classic Academy goodness. Get Pyrite Spellbomb here. And, I mean, I've just got a million mana, drawing a million cards. Like, this is going to be one of the easier dubs, I would assume. Intrepid Adversary, okay. That doesn't even quite kill Jace is the funny part. I mean, attacking is still pretty good here, but I think I would rather keep, let's draw with this and find out. All right, discard island. Do I want to, basically, I'm going to block a Pakal on a 3-power creature, and then I'm going to trade Necron for Lauren. Yeah, I don't want to kill the cat. The question is, do I want to trade Night Scythe instead? I don't think so. I think blocking and blocking is good. Okay, and I mean, I assume I just have lethal here now. Pyrite Spellbomb. 9, yeah, 12. All right. Well, that was that was a beating. I kind of think Through the Breach is going to be good here. Haywire Might is probably not. Neither is Skull Clamp. And so I think putting in Atraxa, Through the Breach. I mean, I might even want to just take out Brain Freeze Breach because that's kind of a slow combo. And I don't think I want like Lotus Cobra. Maybe Haywire Might is fine. No, it didn't even look that good. I mean, the other option, I guess, is to put Enlightened Tutor in to try to set up Breach earlier, or I could put in World Spine and just be kind of all in on drawing Breach. Yeah, I don't mind that. No, I'll just put another land. I don't mind another land, maybe just even another mountain here, because I have a lot of good red cards. All right. Oh, you know what I should have put in instead of the mountain? Maybe I think Rite of Flame could have been better. It's pretty good with Through the Breach. On the draw, 1-lander with double Talisman. Yeah, this has Tinker for Kappa Cannoneer, so I think that is a pretty big carrot. I'm on the draw against a white-red deck. I just feel like could use a little bit of help. Staff of the Storyteller is also actually not the best. Okay. Hey. Well, I'm glad I kept against a turn 1 Soul Ring. And I'm glad I kept because I drew a land. Turn 1 Soul Ring is going to be tough, I would assume. If it's adversary go, that's not so bad. No lands? Okay. Pass the turn. Next turn I can even, because I've drawn 2 lands, I can go land, Talisman, Tinker. Oh, is he... No land, no play? Oh, that's a rough way to go about it. All right. Talisman, Tinker, sacking the black Talisman, I guess. And I think... Well, actually, I just get Golos here. I don't need Kappa Cannoneer. Golos for Academy looks quite strong. There's also Golos for Urza Saga, but I think given that I have a Jace and a Metamorph in hand, I can go Metamorph, copy the Soul Ring. Wow, Soul Ring and Ruby. Name sticker? Uh-oh. This is scary. What's going on here? I guess Sandy has the 4th Earlingus. Steel Seraph. Oh, that I can copy actually with Metamorph. And then Jace is. Yep, flying. Draw. Or I could draw one of my things for Breach. Would be nice too. If I copy, yeah, so I can copy Steel Seraph, paying the life. Jace. Bounce the Seraph, and then Golos gets Vigilance, so I might as well whack for 3 here. And if he's got a removal spell, I lose the Jace, and I guess the Steel Seraph, but Coalition Relic was like a pretty solid little draw there. And if I untap with Jace in play, I feel like I'm in great shape here. Tinkering for Golos, not the strongest play in the world, but you know, it'll probably get the job done here. Okay. Cast into the fire on the Steel Seraph. I hope he doesn't have another play. He's got to kill the Jace. I get to kill the Intrepid Adversary. All right. I mean, I still think this is going fine for me. Because I go Coalition Relic. And I guess I'm going to play Staff here. And then play Wooded Foothills and pass. And now I can activate Golos next turn. I have white, black, red, blue. I mean, Coalition Relic does both, but Wooded Foothills is just going to get the green. Golos about to get the green here in a second. We'll see. I mean, if Andrew does not have a way to kill Golos, this game I think is effectively over. Like, he can play some things that maybe put some stuff on the board. He drew Plateau, so he's going to have some plays. Death Greeter on the name sticker. Okay, I'll chump with the Spirit Token. Assuming I get an opportunity to. He also doesn't have cheap white spells because he's had a single white plus colorless for a while and hasn't played anything. So it feels like he's not making too much progress. Let's sack the Foothills. I do actually want to get Forest, though. Not Thundering Falls. I drew Plains anyway. Yeah, I think I actually play the Plains and just off all basics. Golos here. All right, Golos it up. Wasn't actually like the best Golosing I've ever seen. Let's draw with Currency Converter. I think I actually discard through the Breach. I could just cast all the things I would breach. And play the Mox to get into my graveyard. Then play Pirate Spellbomb. Then pass the turn. And I can block. I mean, the miss on Golos means we still get to play a game. I think I'm pretty heavily favored, but there are cards he could have. He has Steel Seraph now. Like, he gets to play that. I mean, that's not that good, but he can play it. Because now I get another Golos activation. Like, I can't imagine a second Golos activation doesn't do the trick. I have like an Atroxa and stuff to hit. And I guess putting a counter on the Relic is about as good as tapping the Staff. Well, no, that's not true, because this makes a token, which means I want this to have that ability to use Staff twice. All right, well, let's... All right, I guess I don't need to tap the island. Golos. All right. Moloch, Urza's Saga, Thundering Falls? I'm at 8. I guess I want to play a call. I'll make a 2/2, so let's just make a 2/2 now. Draw a card off staff. Play a call. Play Urza's Saga. Moloch, Steel Seraph, and then Pyrite Spellbomb the Steel Seraph. So I even lose my Moloch, but I have a bunch of blockers now on the ground. I never put an artifact into play that turn for a call. That's funny. Okay, we're getting close. I mean, we have Underworld. Oh no, I took out Breach. Okay, but I still have like Kappa Cannoneer and my Breach, through the Breach targets. Emberwild Captain, sure. Okay. Cuneo is battling. Cuneo has won some games against me that like no one else would. It's really wild. All right. Balance, huh? Balance is not actually very good here. Let's spin the wheel again, I guess. How many goalless activations is it going to take? There we go. There's the Atraxa. All right, Atraxa. Oh, my Magic Online is lagging, and I want to cast my Atraxa. I might not want to put an artifact into play for a call. Just something to be concerned about. All right, let's see. I want... Oh, Talon Gates to phase out Emberwild Captain is kind of nice. I want Kappa Cannoneer. I want Talon Gates. I guess I want Synthesizer. Now I can't have... And I don't even want Iteration, and I don't think I care about Torsten. Okay. I want to keep as many cards left in my deck as I can. Let's go... I want to play the Synthesizer first. So if I go Synthesizer, Scry 2, Torsten on the bottom, Night Scythe on top is fine. And then I'm not attacking this turn, and I'm gonna, I guess I'll call this turn. And I go to 5 cards and draw 4, and then I don't want to put many artifacts into play after that. Okay. And then make an artifact. Oh, I was supposed to play the Great Furnace, duh. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I can play Kappa Cannoneer. Make a token. Make a token. Hello, Jules. All right, make another token. And then pass the turn. And then put Night Scythe into hand. All right, and I did not side in the World Spine, right? I kind of wish I did so I could like discard it. I could lose to... There's some things I could lose to here. Don't know that it's that, though. He gets to draw. All right. Draw. I mean, I'm going to make a Saga token here. And these all trigger, these all trigger. The Emerald Captain's going to deal some damage to me, but I don't think I care too much about that. I'm going to play Grim Monolith. It's only going to deal 1 damage to me because I'm going to play Night Scythe. These all trigger, these all trigger. And what I'm gonna do is Talon Gates my Pakal here, so I don't have to mill 2. Because I'm gonna become the Monarch as well. And then I think I can kill him over a few turns here. Especially if I do gain a life off Atraxa so I don't get burned out. Play land. And put Talon Gates into play. Talon Gates my Akalpa Call. And send with everything, I think. Yeah, I've got plenty of blockers left because he's got to make a bunch of blocks here. And it also makes his Ajani smaller because he's taking, as things currently stand, 19, which means he has to chump both tokens. And I go to 13, and I still have Atraxa back. He does get to flip Ajani. Oh, I guess attacking with the rogue token wasn't like super productive. No, you got to block unless he's got a removal spell for one of the constructs, which I guess he does. I think I'd rather kill the Emberwild. I mean, he could also have a removal for the Kappa Cannoneer, but that's less likely. Wandering Emperor. Yeah, that's going to kill a construct here. But this should leave me in position to win next turn pretty easily. Kill the Emberwild. And then I just have to make sure I don't put an artifact into play. Akalpa Call not being optional has just somehow just come up a lot. I'm at 13 now. He's at 9. Oh, I guess the other thing is I can put an artifact into play as long as I kill him with Kappa Cannoneer. And he's got a Ajani, can deal, if you control a red permanent, so you get to deal 3 damage to something. That'll do it. I don't know what that'll do. Doesn't seem like that would do enough. What a wild game. This has been a sick draft. A lot of sick games this draft. All right, yeah, sure. My Necron warrior dies. Don't think I even want to crew the Night Scythe here. Loran, okay. Oh, he's going to kill the Kappa Cannoneer. All right, that's good. It goes to 2 from the Atraxa. Oh, well, he just dies to Atraxa plus Night Scythe, I think. Unless his last card in hand is a 1-mana removal spell. Okay, and I don't need to use currency converter for any reason. Draw. Crew off of a construct. I'm almost dead to Loran, actually, is the funny part. I mean, I think it's fine to attack with the constructs. And, what a match. All right, that puts us at, let me check how many dubs we have. Oh, that's a dub, 6-2. Barnyard put up some good resistance, but we got them, and that'll do it. Wow, what a draft. This was a marathon, hour and 45-minute draft. I mean, that's a lot of gameplay, but those games were sick. I never actually brain freeze breached anyone. The one game I would, it got remand memory lapsed, and then the game I thought I was going to brain freeze out Barnyard, he had that sick Emperor of Bones play on Kappa Cannoneer. That was disgusting. Kappa Cannoneer triggering off itself is so stupid. What horrible templating. I'm just glad I got to do the Academy thing. I did some pretty good Academying, especially against Gainsay. I had some pretty fast Academies, and yeah, Academy's great. I love it. I just tapping Academy for 4 men is like my happy place. Well, I hope you enjoyed this team draft. Look, the team drafts will ramp up shortly here. Right now, the release of MH3 has got myself and many other people kind of into MH3, so the team drafts don't fire quite as frequently. But Cube's going to be back up on Magic Online soon, so I'll be able to do those, and then I'll get the team drafts where I can. Plus, of course, we can't miss Winston Wednesdays. So plenty of Cube action for you, though. I appreciate you bearing with me as I play some MH3, because I've really been enjoying that too, and I kind of feel like I should play what I love, which, at this case, both of them. As for this deck, it was a sketchy Skull Clamp and a sketchy Tinker, just getting Metamorphed Golos Cannoneer. But it was a good synthesizer deck. You don't need that many times for this to trigger for it to be good. and a great balance deck, and a sketchy Brain Freeze Breach deck. So it was sketchy on all those fronts, but it was a good Academy deck. I had a lot of cheap artifacts, and end of the day, you know, that's how it plays out. The workshop would have been ideal. Sad, though Golos really did some work. That's actually the best Golos has been for me for a while. He's earned himself at least another couple months in the cube. Well, I appreciate you hanging out. I hope you enjoyed this video. I sure had a great time. And you know what? I'll be back tomorrow with another draft. I hope to see you there. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps out the channel and you won't miss a single draft.